Доброго времени суток. Сегодня опять продолжаем играть в Dragon Age. Подсветку я сегодня не доделал. Точнее, вообще даже не садился. Времени вообще не было. Так, ладно. Давайте пойдем. Так, осмотрим вообще карту. Достигните первого кордона, да. Так. Так. Надо апнуть сэру. Так, сейчас, секундерку. Спасибо, спасибо, Вася. Так. Ну, вроде как бы все. Так, на сэру авто. Да, на Кассандру также и на Вивьен. То у кого тут такая трешка была, блин.
Corypheus's soldiers appear to be on the defensive.
Listen to how close the fighting's gotten. It will be worse ahead.
Come on, let's go plug some assholes.
You sense the magic crackling. Something more powerful than the Red Templars stirs.
Так, вроде дорожка ведет сюда. Так, ага. Вот тут кто-то. Так, вот с этого что-то выпало. Чистый красный лириум. Так, вроде дорога пока идет нормально. Так. Чё?
Grey Wardens. They must be the last of those enslaved at Adamant.
If they are forced to obey him, death will be a blessing.
Ах ты, нихуя себе, тут придется по карте пошустрить. Чего? Ну ладно. Ладно, пойдемте по мосту. Хотя он тупо никуда не ведет. Наверное, вот тут обойти тогда. Спуститься надо. Точно. А это что, да? Попугайчики. Так, что здесь всех?
For Haven and the Divine.
Так, что тут с этих подсобрать можно, это интересно.
The monsters are running, your worship.
Чё, по реке тогда? Тогда...
There, ahead, an entire camp of Red Templars.
Watch out. They've posted archers on the wall.
Who are these elves?
Так, что тут? О.
Were we just attacked by elves?
They do not look like Dalish or city elves.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason
Ничего, он
for
куда
your
смылся?
return from the Arbor Wild.
Так, да, сюда надо идти. Так, так, ну немного вон туда. Ох ты. Чё это? Кто орёт-то? Вот тут кто-то, блядь. Какого-то отрыжка, блядь. О. Нет, ну-ка надо попробовать зайти. Раздать тоже люлей. Не понял. Тя. Борис, хрен попадешь. Вот от этой фамилии, видать, делали локации на этих картах. Так, стоп. Угу. Вот сюда попробуем. Ой, извиняюсь. Всем спасибо. Кто сказал сразу будь здоров. Так, о. Вот тут заход есть. Так, давайте идем. Так. Застынь. Так, что у нас тут? Ага, схрон. Так. Так, сейчас, секунду, надо парочку действий выполнить. Я совсем забыл. Так, ты там... Так. Так. Ага. Так. Так. И вот так. Так, ну давайте продолжим. Так, это что у нас тут? Ресурсы я с них могу собирать, значит, это еще не конец. Вот ощущение, что это еще не конец. Просто будет еще какая-то битва. Угу. Так. О. Так, ага, маги... Ой, да икарно бывай. Маги сверху. Кыш. Попугайчики. Все. Так, идем пока правильно. Отступают, но это хорошо. Так, вот тут что-то. Так, вот, тут еще можно... Но... 5 схроны. Так, а тут что-то куда-то далеко можно уйти. О. Вон там еще кто-то.
Good hunting, Inquisitor. We are keeping them at bay. Follow the river to
Тот стоит, его бьют, блин, ну даже... Ну пофигу. Ой. Как найму там баллов. Так потом ходи, блин, их выручай. Нет, здесь ничего такого нема. Да ёпти. Вы-то откуда опять тут? Ну давайте. Так. Вот так вот сейчас. Горите. Так, тут я понимаю по реке надо, да? Ну ладно. Давайте уйдем. Да вы-то откуда опять вылазите? Да Морган как стоял, так и стоит, и пофигу вообще. Мы сейчас со стены начнем долбить. Так. Храм металл.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
I hear fighting ahead.
Так.
Namilana Sabanale.
They still think to fight us, Master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows.
Тоже не знает.
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Добивать надо всех остальных, кого это, кто не из наших. Да ё, по-моему, эти убежали. Да пей.
It cannot be.
Across the bridge, now!
Чё убить? Ба, да ё. О. О, это пока корифей. О, еще и дракон. Никогда не бывает еще хуже. Угу. Да уж.
At last, Mathal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
You said Corypheus wanted an Illuvian, but he mentioned a Well of Sorrows. Which is right?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
Не одно и то же.
Could they be the same? Could Illuvian translate into Well of Sorrows?
No. It seems an Illuvian is not the prize Corypheus seeks.
О,
Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
малое утешение.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do. I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
So, how many times do we need to kill him? It's a small number, right?
Strike Corypheus down, and he will rise anew.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the...
Оба-на.
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Is this Elven? Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrows?
I only recognize a few phrases. Ah, a Belisam, meaning place of sorrow. That must be the well. There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
Ладно.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mathal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Почтение.
Oh, no. This is bad. Rituals are bad. Can't want this.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back. Well done. Let us see what awaits.
After you. I insist.
Нормально так. То есть нам надо было пробежаться по всем клеткам. Ладно, пройти вокруг.
I see the Red Templars have already encountered the temple's guardians.
Anything good on them?
Rummage their corpses by all means.
Так, это чё?
The Temple of Mithal, constructed in an age when elves, not men, dominated this land. They believed Mithal a goddess of justice. Elves came here to request judgment after they proved their worth.
Elves built all this.
Угу. Тут дверь есть. Так, надо еще вокруг обойти. Так, это что? Если это эльфы, то рисовали они себя по-уродски.
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the dread wolf, Fen-Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen-Harel in Mathal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
Ну, я не
I'm
знаток.
afraid ancient elven heresy isn't exactly my speciality.
Nor mine. It is baffling. Still, so long as the wolf's jaws cannot close around us, we may pass safely on.
Так. Давай, иди сюда. Иди сюда, сейчас мы тебя. Ну, молодцы, кружили. Сейчас мы вас.
Come on, we might catch them.
Догоним.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
Lady Morrigan was wrong about Corypheus seeking an Illuvian. Do we trust her now? While we dally with rituals, Inquisition soldiers die outside these walls. Down is swifter.
Performing these rituals may mean the difference between reaching the well before Corypheus's minions and not at all.
Ну да,
We
чё?
don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Their goal? Or yours?
There is a danger to the natural order.
Ну-ка, ну-ка, ну-ка.
Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
I
Мечтательница.
wasn't expecting your answer to be so romantic.
Trust me, your surprise is matched only by my own. Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
Так, ну-ка давай колись, блин.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
Ты чё молчала?
Did you not trust me enough to tell me about this price when you read it?
I hoped to find more information. If I intended to cheat you, I would have feigned ignorance entirely. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Ой, зараза. Так, нет, давайте вот здесь отдельно сохранимся. Пойдем по ритуалу пока. Ага, ритуал. Какой ритуал?
What's this?
I believe we are in the presence of the elven goddess Ondrul, Lady of the Hunt. 'Tis said the Dalish invoke her before a chase, especially if they happen to be stalking humans.
Humans clash with elves all the time. There's blood on both sides.
I do not favor either. One hears things in an Orlesian court. Many Orlesian commanders consider skirmishes against the Dalish excellent sport.
Something.
Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Так, следующий ритуал. Где он, блин? Да. Ага. 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 Интересно, логические задачки придумали. А что тут потянуть? Оба-на. А. О. Ты... Чё, блин? И как выйти? Да вы издеваетесь. Так, ладно, давайте вот так. Все? Давай. Так, нет, не то. А, блин. Тут вот так вот можно будет пройти. О. Так. Так, хорошо. Ага. Вот сюда. Ага. А, черт. Понятно. Так. А, черт. Перепрыгивать нельзя, значит, да? Угу. Так, ну-ка, давайте-ка подумаем. Блин, не так надо было. Все. Так, вроде как бы доперл, малеха. Так, подтянем. Так. Тихо, тихо, тихо. Тихо.
The ritual is complete.
Во.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
Блин, по сути, мне надо было идти за Самсоном. Я столько времени на ритуал трачу. На. Опля, опля. Так, хорошо. Блин. Так. Так, хорошо, если пройдем таким образом. Так, здесь так, так. М. Да, не так пошел. Так, тогда вот сюда лучше. Так.
Everything is lit.
Вот.
Can we go? Now?
Come, let us see if the doors have opened.
Извиняюсь. Ой, бля. Чё? О, дверка открылась. Я реально на ритуал больше времени потратил.
Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
Опа, что-то щелкает.
We're being watched.
Ага.
Vernavis, you are unlike the other invaders. You stumble down our paths alongside Elven, or at least those having our features.
Ага.
You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
А, они мои враги.
They are my enemies, as well as yours.
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
Мгм. Мы за Крифею.
We came to stop Corypheus. He's here to take your well, not I.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mithal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them.
Ура!
When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
So they can stab us in the back afterwards? Stuff that.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
Мгм. Поможем друг другу. Не-не-не. Они работают, пусть работают. Не будем лезть в них.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Vira Belasan, it shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
Morgan!
Да ёп.
This would be our guide.
Mytholanast.
That's helpful, since Morrigan chased off on her own.
Dear Morrigan left to use the well herself, undoubtedly.
Ну ёпа мама. Мориган, ну... чё? Так. Так, ну что дальше? Что эта бабулька нас больше не поведет? Это эльфийка, бля. Что, самим топать? Ну и чё, куда? О. Там лестница есть, да? Но. И чё? И как? Чё делать-то? На. Ну, бабулька, ну давай, блин. Это тебя подпинывать надо. Отдай мне книгу, а то ты пин. И так тощая, блин. Моя сеструха такая же тощая, блин. Вроде жрет все подряд, а все равно.
The entire temple must have looked like this long ago. How could the elves pour such devotion into this nonsense?
Ну давай, давай, торопись, иди тут и тебя налево да направо. Открывай. О. Ой, ой, о, по лестнице вообще сил нету идти. Бля. Бабулькин, мне некогда стоять.
She wants us to stay close.
Just a quick look around.
Да ё. Да. Надо ее подгонять вот так вот. Давай, 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 давай. Сим-Сим, открывай. Давай, бабуля, мне некогда. Там, блин, злобный маленький божок пытается.
The Sentinels are holding off the Red Templars.
Good for something, I guess, if they keep it up.
Чего? А, ну то есть я сражаюсь, да? Ну ладно. Сейчас разберемся. Так, бабуля, ты где? Ну что-то уже наверх ушарохалась. Так, во-во-во-во-во. Вот тут надо еще разобраться. О,
Well of sorrows.
Finally!
Andraste, guide us.
во-во-во.
Fight on! An army of these bastards won't stop us! How will you get to the well, General? Tell
Че?
You tough bastards. A day's march, hours of fighting, and still fierce as dragons. The Chantry never knew what it was throwing away.
Samson, sir, watch out!
Inquisitor. You and those elf things don't know when to stop. We come to the back end of nowhere. And here you are.
Зачем здесь?
What are you doing here, Samson?
Following his orders. Corypheus chose me twice. First as his general, now as the vessel for the Well of Sorrows. You know what's inside the well? Wisdom. The kind of wisdom that can scour a world. I give it to Corypheus, that he can walk into the Fade without your precious anchor.
Ты сосуд?
What's your part in it? What's a vessel?
What else empties a well? I'll carry its power to Corypheus. One more task entrusted to me.
Ну,
Being force-fed Chantry lyrium was good for something. This armor makes me a living fortress, mind and body. I won't forget a word of the well's knowledge. Corypheus will be unstoppable.
выбросить тебя.
Once Corypheus is that powerful, you and your soldiers will just slow him down.
Is that the best you could do? You're no match for Corypheus. Even if you drink from the well, you'll never master its wisdom as he could. This is the strength that Chantry tried to bind. But it's a new world now, with a new god. I will bring Corypheus the well's power and your head.
Ну,
All at once. To arms!
ну давай, давай.
I'll show you, bastards! There we are!
Ну давай, давай.
Think you'll win?
Мгм.
Come on then! Get
Воу, воу, воу. На, лови плюшку еще. О, еще больше становится. Ну давай, давай, сейчас мы тебе... Давай, 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 сейчас мы тебе таких отвесим. Уменьшайся, уменьшайся, давай, давай, давай.
You can't take it from Corypheus. You mustn't.
He's still breathing.
We can take him back to Skyhold for judgment.
Достоверность. Оба-на. Так.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
На,
So
сейчас
the
сторону
sanctum
принимай.
is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Но Самсону помешали, дело сделано.
Corypheus needed Samson to use the well. Without him, there's no vessel to claim it.
The moment we leave, he will send more forces to secure this place.
Ну да, согласен.
The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus,
Власть рушит.
can
Не-не-не.
you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
Никому недоступно?
It's better that knowledge remain in the well, never passed on. You'd rather destroy it.
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Но ты позволишь? Или убьешь меня?
Not without your permission.
One does not obtain permission. One obtains the right.
О, права.
The Vira Belasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Поможешь сражаться с Кофеем?
You could come with us. Fight Corypheus. He killed your people.
We killed ourselves long ago.
Вербовка не удалась. Ой, ёлки-палки.
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so hungry.
Осторожнее.
Let's not be reckless. I don't want anyone hurt.
I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
Do not trust her, Inquisitor. She's a parasite, only here because she sensed a meal more hearty than you.
Said by one whose only motive for joining the Inquisition was altruism.
Is it altruism or sense not to plunge headfirst into a power you don't remotely understand?
Why should I be refused when the reasons to allow it are sound? Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
Так. Только вы
You
подготовлены.
alone? You're not the only mage here.
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
Лучше уж я.
I would be.
You lead the Inquisition. This is not a risk you can take. I have the best chance of making use of the well for everyone. Let me drink.
А цена?
You're not concerned about the price. Bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
Ну да, что-то я это... Где причина доверять?
What's to stop you from taking the knowledge and leaving?
My word. If that seems insufficient, Corypheus threatens all, even myself. He must be stopped.
And who stops you?
I, Inquisitor, seek neither immortality nor your life.
Так, ну как, кто что думает?
Thoughts?
I would not trust the power in that well with anyone but you, my dear.
Я.
It is truly between you and her. Then let her take the risk. Make
Надеюсь.
her help us all.
It's called the Well of Sorrows. Sorrows? No one should go in the Well of Sorrows.
Enough
Минус.
deliberation. Give me your decision.
Не, лучше уж я.
If anyone is to use the well, it will be me.
So you will take what little knowledge you can understand and let the rest go to waste?
Знания нужны Инквизиции.
This knowledge stays with the Inquisition.
I am forever balked by those who believe they know better than I. Drink if you will, for the sake of us all, but steel your will to do it.
Ну что ж. 3 шага назад, дышать носом.
Why am I here? Corypheus, a magister wishes to rip the veil open. I must learn how to stop him.
С ценой не постоим.
If you can help me vanquish Corypheus, take whatever price you wish.
Inquisitor? Can you hear me?
head full of damp whatever. How's that feel?
На, вон он, корифей.
The Illuvian! Through the mirror!
Нормально. И разбил его. Хм. Интересная завязочка. Ой, извиняюсь.
It is done.
Дело сделал.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not.
He won't hide.
You hear it. The well speaks to you.
Пытается.
It's voices, whispering from so far away I can barely hear them.
If only one who understood such voices had used the well's power instead.
Then we'd have to rely on her interpretation of them, and whatever she chose to tell us.
Have I not been forthcoming enough for you, Spy Master? I told you what the well could have done, Inquisitor. You should be hearing shouts from the heavens, not whispers.
Так помогите разобраться.
Then help me. Isn't that what you came here to do?
Earlier you said you knew what needed to be done next. What did you mean?
The dragon isn't an archdemon. It's a dragon in which Corypheus has invested part of his power. Kill it, and his ability to jump to other bodies is disrupted for a time. He can be killed.
That's no simple task. Corypheus alone is powerful, but with his dragon...
I need to summon Mythal.
Whatever Mythal was, goddess or myth?
There, an altar in the wilderness. That's where I need to go.
I see you are determined. So be it.
Are you certain of this?
Больше ничего не
We
остается.
have no choice. If Corypheus comes here now,
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
Ну что, это идет к финалу, что ли, все? О, это думал, блин. Так. Так, карта мира, ну-ка. Последний акт. Понятно все. То есть уже на финал идти, да? Так. Угу. Так, добыча металлов. Нет. Это золото. Это что?
To work?
Давай.
Let us begin.
Угу.
Letters are pouring in from all corners. Congratulations, pledges of loyalty, conversions to Andraste.
All premature until we deal with Corypheus.
Так, тут, в принципе, это что, 44 минуты? Там 5 часов. Здесь 16 минут, да? Так, что это тут? Разведка. Так, ресурсы. Так, давайте-ка сделаем перекур небольшой. Будем на перекур минут на 10. Как раз, думаю, вот это Самсона в суд приволочем. И тут пару заданий. Так, ну давайте на перекур пока. Все, я вернулся. Так. Так.
Inquisitor.
Давайте эту выберем. Так. Ну и что нам? Так, здесь завершено. Так, я не понял, куда нам надо. Хм. Ну-ка, давайте еще раз задание посмотрим. Ну, давайте к алтарю металл. Старым добрым отрядом пойдем.
It's here. I can feel it.
There seems to be nothing out here but wilderness.
I'm sure it's here. Just keep an eye out. There it is.
Так.
This is all that's left of the altar. We few who travel far, call to me and I will come. Without mercy, without fear. It's beautiful here.
Do you need to do this alone?
Don't go too far. I may need your help if there's trouble.
You will perform this mysterious summoning alone, Inquisitor? Very bold.
Сама не пришла.
Did you come here to help or to satisfy your curiosity?
I am eager to see what manner of creature responds to your call. Who would not be?
The voices say it will be Mythal.
And what is Mythal, beyond something thousands of years dead and gone?
They say you can remain.
How very hospitable of them.
You know who I am. The last to drink from your well of sorrows. Come to me, Mythal. Whatever you are, whoever remains, I invoke your name and your power.
Mother.
Mother?
Now, isn't this a surprise?
Ты металл?
So this is Mythal.
She is a deceiving witch! Oh, be a good lass and restrain her. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Of course you know. You drank from the well, did you not? Then you are Mythal?
Спасибо, что пришли.
If that's true, then I thank you for answering my summons.
You see, girl, those are manners, as you require a demonstration. I do not understand. How can you be Mythal? Once I was but a woman, crying out in the lonely darkness for justice.
Как будто на меня посмотрела.
She came to me, a wisp of an ancient being, and she granted me all I wanted and more. I have carried Mythal through the ages ever since, seeking the justice denied to her.
Внутри тебя.
Then you carry Mythal inside you.
She is a part of me, no more separate than your heart from your chest. What do the voices tell you?
They say you speak the truth.
But what was Mythal? A legend given name and called a god? Or something more? Truth is not the end, but a beginning. A herald indeed, shouting to the heavens, harbinger of a new age. As for me, I have had many names, but you may call me Flemeth.
Поможешь?
We summoned you because we need your help.
Against the Magister who grasps beyond his reach. Yes, I know. The voices did not lie, Inquisitor. I can help you. The altar's guardian will come. Master the dragon, and it will be yours to command against Corypheus. Fail and die.
Чего, блин?
Wait! I wish to see who drank from the Well of Sorrows. It has been a very long time. Now I have, and she is free to go. But what of us? A soul is not forced upon the unwilling, Morrigan. You were never in danger from me.
All things considered, Inquisitor, I now am rather pleased that you drank from the well.
Главное, чтоб не зря было.
All this had better be worth it.
You will discover that shortly, I suspect.
То есть она помогает сражаться с драконом не будет, да? Оба-на. 24-го. А мы какого? Ну, хоть однотипная. Опля. Так, надо подальше куда-то. Понятно. Вперед бегаем. Отступаю. Ну давай. Вот так, 30 тысяч. Ровно. А, черт, опять потянул. Вот так вот, давай. Чего? О. И чего? Заплевал. И все?
And now it flies off, just like that.
It will come when I summon it. Once. That's enough to fight Corypheus, however. I have my dragon.
So when we find him, we'll fight between two dragons. Mad plan. Love it.
Согласен, согласен, охрененный план. Воевать между двумя драконами, брат. Обалденный план, блин. Так, давайте вот это вот сюда. Вот так вот. Вот так, во. А, он у меня манну выжирает. Это вига. Когда я там нахожусь. Так, нет, карта мира. Чё тут? Так, нет, правда. Так, ну-ка давайте-ка поможем союзникам. Так. Опа-на. Так, в этой локации мы не были. Ладно, пойдемте.
Care Oswin. Odd that the trail should lead us here. Ban Loren is a pious, unassuming man. What has he become involved in?
He might simply be a victim as well.
Let's see what lies within.
Так, ладно, давайте тут осмотримся. Так, тихо. Заходим. Воу. Ага, остальных призвал он. Ну нате.
Promises. I should have known. The Order of Fiery Promise is a cult with strange beliefs about the Seekers. They've hounded us for centuries.
Переубедить можно?
Possible to negotiate with them.
They're fanatics, drunk on whatever forbidden magic they can find to make themselves true Seekers. This explains why the Seekers might be here, but not the connection to Corypheus.
Ладно, разберемся. Так, тут что-то скелеты какие-то. Кого-то сожрали. Темнота, друг молодежи. Найти не видно рожи. Так, чё? А, вон еще сундучила. Так, чё, да, блин, вообще не... Ничего не видно. Глаз хоть.
A seeker. Did they torture him to death? The promises will pay for this.
Да поплатится, поплатится. За все они заплатят. Так, чего?
As the Seekers of Truth have proven resistant to the effects of red lyrium, the Elder One has seen fit to place them in your care. We claim your destiny, and know that the Elder One expects your devotion as repayment. Signed by Lord Samson, commander of the Red Templars. Does Corypheus not realize the promises want the world to end? What use are they to him?
Он дал им.
So Corypheus sold the Seekers to these cultists.
And they leapt at the chance, of course. But this doesn't explain how he captured the Seekers in the first place, or what's been done with them. We must keep looking.
Обеспокоена.
You sound worried.
I am. The Seekers are my family.
Так. Так. И чё тут? Сейчас во все потаенные уголки зайдем, осмотримся. Ну пошлите, зайдем. Во-во-во. Ну нате еще вам. О, Калин готов отчитаться. Так, тут что? Ага. Орден Пламенного Бета. Фреска, интересно. Да и трон клевый. Так, что там можно зайти, да? Так, пошлите-ка вторую там соберем. Со второй стороны. Ну давайте отсюда зайдем. Ага.
Daniel! Daniel! Can you hear me?
Cassandra. It is you. You're alive.
As are you. I'm so glad I found you.
О, гематома.
No, they put a demon inside me. It's tearing me up.
What? You can't be possessed. That's impossible.
I'm not possessed. They fed me things. I can feel it growing.
Можем помочь.
Can we do anything?
I don't know. This thing inside him.
The Lord Seeker. You have to find him.
Of course we'll find him. If he lives, we'll...
Lucius betrayed us, Cassandra. He sent us here, one by one. An important mission, he said. Lies. He was here with them all along. He's still working with them.
Но видели лорда
But we
искать?
met Lord Seeker Lucius in Valroyo. He couldn't have been here.
That wasn't him. It was a demon, masquerading.
What? How could that be?
The Lord Seeker allowed it. He let the demon take command while he...
Came here.
Мне жаль.
Cassandra.
Now is not the time for sympathy.
Wait. Don't leave me like this, please.
You should have come with me. You didn't believe in the war any more than I did.
You know me. I wanted that promotion.
Go to the Maker's side, Daniel. You will be welcome.
А ну рубани мечом.
He was my apprentice. I have never known a finer young man. Now we find Lord Seeker Lucius.
Ну, Люциус, тебе рынра. Кассандру ты тут вообще разозлил. Тикай из замка, то бы... Чего? Стоп. А. Стоп. Но. Выше, понял, все. Допер. Так. А, то есть вьюга будет действовать до тех пор, пока у меня хватает маны. Все, доперло. А теперь подошло. Что еще тут что-то лишь? Потому что не понял сначала, что оно так действует. Что мана так быстро уходит. Оказывается, вон оно что. Так, стоять. Чё нету? Так, тут тоже ничего. Ой, ну заходим, давай.
Lord Seeker Lucius.
Cassandra, with a woman I can only assume is the new Inquisitor.
Объясняй.
You must be very proud of your handiwork.
I presume you know we Seekers of Truth were once the original Inquisition. Oh yes. We fought to restore order in a time of madness long ago, as you do now. And we became proud. We sought to remake the world, to make it better. But what did we create? The Chantry, the Circles of Magi. A war that will see no end.
Ты предал своих.
You lured your entire order to their deaths.
There was no other choice.
Oh.
No other choice? Have you gone mad?
We Seekers are abominations, Cassandra. We created a decaying world and fought to preserve it even as it crumbled. We had to be stopped. You don't believe me? See for yourself. The secrets of our order passed to me after the former Lord Seeker was slain. The war with the mages had already begun, but it was not too late for me to do the right thing.
Он безумен.
He's completely mad, isn't he?
Lord Seeker, what you've done.
I know. What Corypheus did with the Templars does not matter. I have seen the future. I have created a new order to replace the old. The world will end so we can start anew. A pure beginning.
Oh.
Join us, Cassandra. It is the Maker's will.
He was insane. He had to be. The influence of Corypheus, perhaps? Was he trying to disable the Seekers?
Столько смертей.
All these wasted lives.
He could not have destroyed all of us. I won't accept it. Let us return to Skyhold. I wish to see what's in this book of secrets.
Подожди, сейчас сначала пошманаем тут. Так, мы вон оттуда пришли, да? Золотишко. Так, ну все получается тогда, что ли? Ну давай. Посмотрим сейчас, что у Лилианы тут.
It's just as I remember it. It's peaceful here.
You must have good memories of this place.
It was a place of comfort. It is good to see it still untouched by Corypheus.
Liliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Это не она.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lady, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
Предпочитаю, чтобы не узнавали.
I wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here. Justinia's letter came with instructions for me. They were a little cryptic. Always remember that faith sprung from a barren branch. That light has no fear of darkness.
Скрытый механизм. Так.
She must be hinting at something in here. Let's look around.
I was in the cloister and
А, вон.
no one knew what was going to happen, whether we would live or die. And then one morning, I found it.
Ага.
Life finds a way. Maker hasn't abandoned us. Do they still sing verses from the benedictions every Friday? That canticle was
Тут что ли?
his favorite.
Yes, of course.
А, вон.
Never give up the truth. Love it divine.
That is lovely to hear. I stare up at the breach sometimes. It's terrifying, but beautiful in
И
its
чё?
way.
It is beautiful.
Have you seen it by sunrise?
When the sun rises through it, it splits into what looks like 1,000 suns, like a broken mirror.
Разгадайте чай.
What was that?
Looks like we opened something.
Сим-сим. О. Ого. Так.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Хорошо сыграно.
Good old Leliano was playing you the whole time.
Didn't you realize? They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
Теперь ее отпускать нельзя.
If we let her go, she'll just run off to her cleric, won't she?
Likely.
Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
Ладно, с врагами разбираться будем.
We don't have to kill her.
No. I must protect the Inquisition. She is an enemy.
I see what you've become. The righteous stand before the darkness, and the Maker shall guide them.
No! This can't be it. There's nothing here.
Кое-что есть.
It's not what you expected. That doesn't mean it's nothing.
There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
Она
She
сказала.
apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me, just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Все, не терзай.
Then you have to let it go. Let her go. You don't owe her anything anymore.
This? Now? After everything you've said and done? And my poor dear Natalie. I called her sister once, but I couldn't risk leaving her alive. Don't tell me to let it all go after all I've sacrificed to get here. Justinia tried to save me, but all it's done is made me realize I don't need saving. There is work to be done. I'll see you back at Skyhold.
Женщины, блин. Ага. Черный магазин, так. Да, давайте отправимся в Skyhold. Сейчас примем отчет и там, может быть, что-нибудь другое еще поставим на разведку.
Inquisitor.
Так, это что? Ага. Маркиза Буфон. Так, о. Тут 5 минут мы подождем, в принципе. Там 4 часа. Три часа. 236, 24. Так. Так. А, недоступно это, да? Тоже долго. Недоступно. Союза. 2.15. Выбрать преемника. Так. Так, тут золотишко добыть. Здесь опять ресурсы. Ответная услуга. Ну-ка теперь здесь посмотрим, что тут. Приглашение Эрла. Так, 57. Так, завершено. Ага. Так. Поддержка Арзамара. Просьба Дориана. Так. Ага. Так. Мемориал убежище. Так, понятно. Так, тут добыча денег. Деньги пока. Так, солдаты в Морозных горах. 45. Ага. Так. Вот этого.
All right.
Соус. Надо еще разбираться здесь. Так, судить пока мы никого не будем. Надо со всеми потрещать. Так, ну-ка давай, с тобой потрещим. Ты тут... У тебя есть что-нибудь там?
It comes swiftly, this moment that will be spoken of for ages. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged the Darkspawn that thought itself a god. Defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy woman to the people. You'll enter legend.
Не одна.
I couldn't have come this far without the Inquisition at my back.
And there is the modesty people respect. People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how you lead. I wanted to tell you that I share their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... well, I suppose I just did.
Настоящий друг.
You've always been there for us, Josephine. And for me.
It means much to hear you say that. Farewell, my lady. When you face Corypheus, may you walk in the light.
Так, сейчас я отойду на секунду. Так, извиняюсь, конечно, что отошел. Так, ну-ка давайте-ка потрещим.
So, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. We went to an ancient rune where you consumed a pool of elfiness, and then walked through a mirror, and wound up back here. Have I mentioned that the shit that happens to you is crazy? I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something normal?
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient thaig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
I've seen it infect people like a disease and turn them to lyrium. How can it do that?
That's a good question. To tell the truth, we don't really know what that shit can do to a person. And I don't want to find out.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the thaig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the deep roads? That's not a cheery thought.
What could the Templars want with it?
In Kirkwall, just having the Lyrium idol made Knight Commander Meredith impossibly strong. Before it turned her into a Lyrium statue, anyway. Maybe they thought the power was worth it, or maybe they didn't know the consequences.
I think that's enough on Red Lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Нету. Пошлите с Вивьен потрещим.
It's been quite the momentous day, hasn't it, my dear? How do you feel? It's not every day one absorbs ancient elven magic.
Слегка волнуюсь.
Actually, between the voices and the binding oath to a possibly demonic power, I'm a bit concerned.
Wise of you, Inquisitor. We cannot guess at what the lasting effects of the well might be. The Circle had little information about elven magic to begin with. Perhaps I'll speak to Dorian. Rest assured, we will find a way to circumvent whatever bargain you've made. The pieces are nearly in place. We'll soon strike against Corypheus directly. You've done well. I will be proud to fight alongside you when the time comes. I always have time for you, my dear.
О, наконец-то.
Do you think that you and I might someday...
That's charming, but you'll have to keep working on your technique.
Меня отшили. Просто, тупо и безоговорочно. Жаль, жаль.
What happened at the Elven Temple? It's got me thinking. I should go back, shouldn't I? To Tevinter. Once this is done. If we're still alive. All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home. But what do I do about it? Nothing.
You're not doing nothing, Dorian. You came here. You're fighting with us.
Thank you for saying that. I want to do more than stop Corypheus, however. I want to save my home. It might surprise you to know that you're the one who inspired me. You're shaping the world, for good or ill. How could I aspire to do any less? If it means proving that Tevinter can be better, that there's hope even for my homeland, I would do anything.
Давай с тобой потрещим.
I wish I had been with you at the Temple of Mythal. I could have warned you.
Warned me?
You gave yourself into the service of an ancient elven god!
No.
What does that mean exactly?
You are Mythal's creature now. Everything you do, whether you know it or not, will be for her. You have given up a part of yourself.
I have not become Mythal's slave.
Not yet. But if you remove the layer of nostalgia from stories of the elven gods, you might see the danger. They were arrogant and fickle. They warred amongst themselves. They had feuds, vendettas. and you are bound to one of them now. I suppose it is better you have the power than Corypheus. Which leads to the next logical question. What will you do with the power of the well once Corypheus is dead?
Со временем.
I won't know the answer until Corypheus is defeated.
Yet they are already asking you to answer. Restore the Chantry? Destroy the Chantry? If you do nothing, someone else will answer in your stead. Whatever you do, choose wisely. Forgive my melancholy. Corypheus has cost us much. The Temple of Mythal did not deserve such a fate. The orb he carries, and its stolen power, that at least we may still recover. With luck, some of the past may yet survive.
Спасибо за все.
Thank you, Solus. We couldn't have done this without you.
You are welcome.
Он меня только осуждает.
Is scrambling after the loss of her agent.
Good. Her support base is in Morale. Tear it down. Grand Cleric Victoire wishes to make an enemy of the Inquisition. I'll give her what she wants. Doesn't Victoire have a young cousin? Lord Firmin? She dotes on him.
Yes, mistress. I believe that is so.
Good. Have him collected. He shall be an honored guest, and make sure the Grand Cleric hears about it.
At your command.
В порядке?
Is everything under control?
Perfect. The Grand Cleric and others like her will fall in line soon enough. You see, when I'm ruthless, it gets us where we need to be. It's something to be proud of. Why fix it? How funny that her regret is what finally puts my own to rest. I chose to become her left hand, knowing what it meant. It was my weakness that stopped me from fully committing to my task.
You have a good heart. It's not a weakness.
You are too kind, Inquisitor. Call it what it is. The Inquisition needs me just as the Divine did, to do what no one else dares. Death and deception are my trade. It is what I am. It is what I always will be.
Воу. Фу. Аж прям почуял, как тушки в голову поднимаются.
Though all before me is shadow, yet shall the Maker be my guide. I shall not be left to wander the drifting roads of the beyond. For there is no darkness in the Maker's light, and nothing that he has wrought shall be lost.
A prayer for you?
For those we have lost, and those I am afraid to lose.
I've seen a god, or so she claimed.
Perhaps you did. I cannot say for certain. Does that make what I believe any less real? I've questioned it at times, but I found comfort in faith when life offered little. Corypheus will retaliate. It's only a matter of time. We must draw strength wherever we can.
Unless he gets bored and surrenders. Any chance of that?
I doubt it.
Ну что ж. Мгм.
Heaven has been filled with silence.
Mother must be very
And crossed
pleased.
my heart
The
with
Herald of
shame.
Andraste, leader of the Inquisition, at her personal beck and call. I feel certain what happened at the Temple of Mathar must somehow have been her influence.
Исключено.
You might be right.
'Twas a temple dedicated to her after all. Is it a coincidence we ended up there? There must be a connection we cannot see. I suppose we have little choice but to proceed and be thankful she assisted us at all.
Рассказывай.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah yes, whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kakari wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
Пятый моб.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight.
The Blight began in the Kakari wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. She is the reason the Blight was defeated. We did not part on good terms. I regret a great deal, but that most of all. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my hope.
It's odd that an apostate could live so openly.
It confuses those who expect apostates to cower and hide. I stand boldly before them and demand to know why I need some chantry mage to teach me to control my power. They would put me on a leash so they can feel safer at night. I am uninterested in their comfort. Naturally, it helps to have friends in high places.
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place to find someone like you.
That was the point, originally. I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane and that I could answer questions no chantry mage could. Thus, we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. Truth be told, our arrangement would not have lasted much longer. Too many wagging tongues, even for Celine.
Ну ладно, ладно.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Of course.
I heard reports of the events at the Temple of Mathar, Inquisitor. It sounds magnificent. I hope we can explore it fully once Corypheus is defeated.
О, ну подожди.
I'm surprised a Chantry Mother wants to explore a temple full of references to elven gods.
The Maker is great enough to withstand whatever truths we uncover. Whether these elven gods were myths or simply aspects of the Maker, they are worth studying. But of course, all that must wait until Corypheus himself is defeated. Was there anything else, Inquisitor?
Ладно.
Farewell.
Farewell.
That's the lock. Strange bit of kit for a fortress. No one else has it, that's for sure.
Так, ну-ка, пойдемте-ка до Сары.
Empress of fire in the reign of the lion.
Oh, hi, yeah. Listen, stand there. Right there. Now, about Mythal.
Сразу. Стой там, я тебя сейчас расшмаляю. Побазарить хочу.
Sarah, whatever's wrong, we can talk about it.
Oh, don't piss yourself. I just wanted to make sure it was you in there.
Oh.
I mean, you went wading into a well of sorrows. Who hears that and thinks, well, Dunkerbutt, let's have a go? I mean, that whole place, clearly demon bait. Top to bottom. It makes messing with their relics real stupid. So, test done, you're still you. We can leave these lies behind.
You seem pretty certain. You don't believe anything from Mythal.
Course not. What, I should believe all that stuff? Because elves? I mean, it was impressive and all. Makes the Dalish look like tits for living in the woods, but so what? There can't be a bunch of gods and the Maker. Don't matter how much or little you believe, those don't fit. So call me stupid, but I believe the stuff not made up by dead people who failed. Mythal is a ruin full of demons. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
Ну, если что-то правда.
There's so much history there. What if some of it is true?
No, now you're stupid. You can't think that because it's stupid.
But everything we saw.
Why believe it? Because Abalas looked weird? If that's all it takes, Carifi's shitheel is full of lumpy truth. You're not even an elf. Why are you being so damned elfy? You're the frigging herald of Andraste. Every time you open your mouth, you'll sound like an idiot.
Тебя не остановлю.
Well, it works for you, so I'm in good company.
Words are dumb. Haven't had an argument yet I can't end with arrows. Let me know when you want me to discuss it with Carifi shit.
Ой. Так. Это кто? Мариден.
Have you seen otherwise?
It's just what I heard. What do you need?
Ну-ка, пойдемте выше.
Have you seen otherwise?
Коул. Ну-ка, ты что скажешь?
Corypheus died, and then he didn't. That's why he always felt wrong, like he didn't fit inside himself. He wears another man's life. I thought dying was forever.
It's hard for any of us to make sense of. Corypheus is using ancient magic.
We still need to get the amulet working. I won't face Corypheus without it. I can't. But is it him? Is he real? If a man can be dead and then not. There was a young man. He died alone. I didn't know how to help. Could I have saved him?
Не знаю.
I have no idea. I'm sorry. I hardly understand any of this myself.
I get heavy when I think of him. It pushes me down, holds me here. It would hurt less to forget.
That feeling is part of what makes you who you are. Don't forget that.
Heels of the hands bruised from beating on the wall, dark like the cabinet where I hid from father before the bad day. I will remember.
It's just what I heard.
Inquisitor.
Убить надо кого-то.
Forgive me, Inquisitor. For personal interest, I have relieved Josephine, as you might expect. Knight Templar Samson, general to Corypheus, traitor to the Order. The blood on his hands cannot be measured. His head is too valuable to take. Kirkwall, Orlais, many would see him suffer. I can't say I'm not one of them.
Дело серьезное.
Judging him will affect as many as his crimes. I won't take it lightly.
The Red Lyrium will steal your vengeance. You know what it does. Corypheus only delayed my corruption.
Are you still loyal to that thing? He poisoned the Order, used them to kill thousands.
Templars have always been used. How many were left to rot like I was, after the Chantry burned away their minds? Piss on it. I followed him, so Templars could at least die at their best. Same lie as the Chantry. The Prophet just isn't as pretty.
Возражение.
You led them to their deaths, but did a good job. That's your defense.
I'm not offering a defense. What I did was a mercy for Templars already lost.
You were always weak, and your leadership proves it.
Every one of those Templars would have suffered until nothing was left. And then be forced to kill and die. I gave them hope. Just like the Chantry. Just like you. But I'm weak, and you're a savior. Do what you want. I'm done talking.
Тогда.
Samson, you can still be of use to good people. What you know is less important than what you are. My Arcanist will study your resistance to Red Lyrium.
Do as you will, Inquisitor. Your kind always does.
Судить больше никого не будем. Ну и хай с ним. Так, давайте совет созовем. Так. Так, сначала вот этот отчет примем. Так, еще один тут отчет готов. Угу.
Inquisitor.
Так.
To work?
Так, ну я просто примерно даже понимаю, что нам тут стоит. В общем, теперь думаю, надо дождаться. Реально дождаться. Мелкие задачки. Закончить, там всем помочь. Но уже это, скорее всего, будет так понемножку. То есть зашли быстренько, выставили. Так, это что? Мозаика какого-то люди. Дракона, что ли, какого-то? Тут какая-то мозаика. Больше нету. Ну ладно. Думаю, с этим мы разберемся еще. Разбираемся, то есть зайдем там на часик, посмотрим, поставим задание и закончим. Ну а так пока что думаю на сегодня завершать. Так что, друзья, всем пока. Сохранимся. Играйте в хорошие игры. Завтра на учебу, точнее уже не завтра кому-то, а уже сегодня именно. Мне уже сегодня на работу, кому-то на учебу. Поэтому последняя четверть, апрель-май, 2 месяца, экзамены и все такое прочее, а потом уже 3 месяца каникул. Поэтому давайте, так сказать, подсоберемся с последними силами, завершим этот учебный год, пока есть еще время, и уйдем со спокойной душой, с совестью. Кто-то на каникулы, а кто-то после 9, после 11 класса, там может кто и после 10, свое светлое будущее своей дорогой уже из школы. Поэтому всем пока, играйте в хорошие игры, учитесь хорошо.